Good morning, boys and girls. It is Wednesday, April 1st. It is April Fool's Day, and it looks like our Pearson textbook is pulling an April Fool's joke on us because they're still experiencing what they call high volume of people trying to get into their program. So they're having some login issues here and there. So that's that's to be expected. And we just kind of have to roll with it and do the best that we can. So I'm gonna put up a couple of problems here that you would have seen in your book had I been able to assign it to you today. And you can do some of these practice problems at home. So I'll lay some of these out for you. Now, this is a continuation from yesterday where we were graphing points on a plot, a line plot. Graphing data using ordered pairs is what they call it here in our book. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples. We'll do them here on the board. And then you can try some on your own in your notebooks at home. Again, I anticipate having our textbook available to us at some point, but until then I have it in front of me and we're just going to make the best of it. Okay, so there won't be anything for you to turn in today for math, but I will expect you to do some of these practice problems at home. So let me get started here. Yesterday we made a grid that only went up to 5 on both of our X and Y axis. So we're gonna expand that a little bit today and make it a little bit bigger. So let me get started. And you can copy this into your notebook with me. Now remember, this is our X-axis and this is our Y-axis. And if you remember from yesterday, we have to be able to run before we can jump, okay? Now, we are at 0 over here, and we would just continue counting. We'll just put it out to 6 for right now. We'll get a little bit higher later on. I hope everyone's first day went okay. I know, again, this is new for everybody. So hopefully, we get used to this. And I think that it's going to be fine. I think you guys are doing a great job. You asked a lot of great questions yesterday. And I'm just really proud of the amount of participation we had in 5th grade yesterday. We will not be doing a live Google Meet today. We won't be doing one tomorrow either. But we probably will be doing one on Friday, and I'll let you know as soon as possible with that. Okay, so let's graph these ordered pairs. We'll call A 2, 1, B 5, 1, C 5, 4, and if I start writing a little crooked, it's because I'm reaching. And let's do D down here, will be 2, 4. Okay, so these are the 4 ordered pairs that we're going to be graphing. So let's start with A. We see 2, 1. Now, if you remember back from yesterday, the first number that we see is always our X-axis. Remember, we have to run before we can jump. So we're gonna run 2 spots, 1, 2. We're gonna jump up 1, and we would plot that here. And since it has a letter associated with it, we're gonna put that letter on our graph. And we're gonna say that this is A. Now remember, with these videos, if I'm going too fast, if you need to go back, you have those capabilities. You can rewind, don't fast forward, don't skip over what I'm saying. What I have to say is important, but you can always pause to go at your own pace. And for example, when I give you the next one, 5-1, you could pause the video and try and plot it out yourself before you see how I did it, to kind of give yourself some practice, okay? So this is B is gonna be 5-1. Well, we're gonna run before we jump. So we're gonna run 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna go up 1, and this is gonna be plot B. Okay. Now we're come over to C, 5, 4. Remember, 5 comes first, we run first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're gonna jump up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's gonna be right about here. And this is C. So keep in mind, as I stated yesterday, these points are merely just where our lines would intersect. So where 5, 4 would intersect, if we put lines up here going horizontal and vertical, they would intersect at C. Okay? And let's do D. We save that one for last. We're gonna go over 2 and then up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where D would be. Okay? So if you were given a problem like this and they asked you to plot these ordered pairs, this is exactly how you would do it. Make sure you label the letters that they correspond with the right ordered pair. Otherwise, if you just put the dots, we're not going to know which ones you are plotting. Okay? I wish I had you guys in front of me so I could ask questions and have you answer questions with me. But again, we're going to do the best that we can. Okay, so I'm just going to erase this. Remember, if you needed this longer, just pause the video, okay? And you have all the time you need to take a look at it. Okay. Now I'm going to draw a bigger grid. And we're going to do things a little bit differently this time. Let's see if I can, you guys know my amazing drawing skills. I can guarantee you they have not improved since we've left one another. Now, you have paper at home, you have a notebook at home. What's the best way to make these lines nice and straight? Grab yourself a ruler if you have one, or if you have something that has a straight edge, like a folder or a book. That would be the best in order for you to make these lines as straight as possible. So like I said, we're gonna try and put 9 on each axis. I may have to make this line a little bit bigger. Okay. So now I'm gonna put some points, some plots on our grid here, and then you're gonna have to tell me what the ordered pair is. So let's just do a couple here. Okay, now let's say I give you these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say I give you these 7 points on your graph, and I asked you to give me the ordered pairs. And I'm just gonna put any letter on these, it doesn't really matter. Okay. So now in your notebook, you're gonna write down all these letters, A through G, and then you're going to tell me what the ordered pair is. Okay, so for example, in your notebook, you would write A. Now remember, ordered pair has to have parentheses. If there's no parentheses around it, it's not an ordered pair. Very important to remember. So A, remember, we have to run before we can jump. So we run 1 time and we jump all the way up to 7. Run before you jump. This ordered pair is 1, 7. Okay, I'm gonna do one more with you and then you can pause the video and I want you to do the rest on your own. I'm gonna jump over to, actually I'm gonna jump over to E. You will see stuff like this eventually, so I'm trying to get you prepared ahead of time. E is sitting on the x-axis, and I didn't label my axis, and I should have. Always label your axis first. Okay, so if E is sitting on the x-axis and it has not jumped at all, how far has it jumped? It jumped 0. Okay, that's what would be our y-axis here, and of course, because it's sitting on 2, it ran over to 2 before it didn't jump at all. Okay? It's like me after lunch when we go out to recess and I'm full and I can't jump. This is me. I'm E. Okay? So I want you to do the other letters on your own. And you can even practice plotting your own as well. Okay? So again, at this point is when you would want to pause the video because I'm going to erase and move on. I want you to think about this question. How is graphing 2, 0 different from graphing 0, 2? I want you to think about the axis and I want you to answer that question, and that's something that we can discuss. Actually, I'm gonna post this as a question in our Google Classroom and you can answer that question there for me, okay? All right, I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. Keep working hard, keep checking into your Google Classroom. Remember to ask questions when you have them. I'm here to support you. And good luck today, guys, okay? We'll see you soon, and I don't know, that's it, all right? Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Wish it was on better terms, of course, but you guys got this, okay? Be awesome like you are, and I'll talk to you later.